Tuesday morning, people, and we're here. We're geared to make your week as beautiful as we can make it.
Yes, indeed. We're going to be delivering the best of breakfast entertainment that you can see on your TV screen.
Yes, indeed.
Anywhere.
Now, we're not tired of saying this.
Yeah.
This is the place. This is the one-stop bus stop. Or is it train stop? Infotainment, education, so much more. We have so much packed together in one show just for you.
Yes, indeed. I know you guys haven't seen me since Friday, so let me just reintroduce myself just in case you have forgotten. I am Yomi Owokwe.
I am Titilayo Oyinson. So that was very grandiose.
Yeah.
Grandiose.
Grandiose.
Yeah, grandiose, Yomi. And we are grandiose people. I'm Dynamite, by the way, just so you know.
Now, if you need to be on the go this morning, we are streaming live, and you have to be on the go because there's some traffic along the way. Some, the various axes, the usual axes. So tvcontinental.tv is the website you need to check, and also on Facebook you can look us up on TVC Connect.
Yes, and we appreciate it when you give us your comments and of course contributions. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on all our social media platforms. In the kitchen this morning, delivering something luscious and delicious. We have the one
and only Chef Ibiyemi in the building.
Of classic desserts by Aaron White.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Hey.
Hi guys, good morning. How you doing?
Emma, what's going down? I was expecting you to do one like dance move or something. What's happening?
Well, I'm kind of catching the chills this morning, so I'm just gonna be chilled.
No sugar rush.
No sugar rush yet,
No
yes.
sugar rush.
Give her some sugar,
I
please.
will definitely.
Yomi, I think she needs a hug. Maybe later.
Okay, so that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good hug. That's a good hug. Yeah. Music is a big part of what we use to serenade your morning. And that's why we've invited...
Rap Dibia to join us for some nice music. Also on music, we have a report for you put together by Abimbola Asegbe on how the saxophone, users of saxophones get addicted to it. It's something to look around.
Janet Adetu is back. Now she's going to teach us something really surprising for sock users. Yeah, there's so many different socks out there.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And of course, talking parenting, of course, our Tuesday staple here on the show, we're going to be discussing how to protect your kids from sexual abuse. Really, really important. Stay close to your TV set for this one.
Now, you need to get ready for this one as well. We have something hot and fresh from the world of entertainment. As it ought, as we say. Our world of celebrities is always something interesting to talk about, especially when they look like that.
Why is this guy always half naked? I don't understand.
He does it specially for
Shirtless.
people like me.
All the time. Now, don't forget, social media comments, keep them coming in. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can take a few of them later on the show.
Yes, we will. Okay, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So yesterday was actually the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. And, well, because of our guests, we didn't get to talk about it. And it's a 10-day of activism against violence, advocating against violence against women. And it's, I think...
all around the world.
All around the world, yeah. Violence against women, wow, interesting.
It's a big, I think maybe over the next few days, since it's 10 days of activism, over the next few days we might talk about one or two things.
The thing is, it's scary because everyone knows at least one person who knows someone who has been treated badly.
Yeah, but there's also the conversation. There's also that conversation about, okay, so if you're in an abusive relationship or if you're in an abusive marriage, do you leave?
But we only talk about the women because they make noise. The men, they don't.
Well, it's against women this time.
The men are shamed. If a man should come out and say, okay, I was abused, I'm like, you're not a man. You expect a man to be the abuser, but
maybe when there is International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Men, we'll talk about that.
Well, the point is,
a day against violence.
Yeah, generally, I don't think
don't
it's a case of men. They get to generally because some men are having it hot and then they have to be shamed.
Yeah.
Like, you're a man, you're supposed to
bottle that in.
The thing is, the women bottle it in as well. So it's not just the men that bottle it in.
Well, true.
Don't get that wrong, Mike.
All right, speaking of doing violence to each other, I heard a man did violence with 83K.
What?
83,000
naira. What did he do to 83,000?
He went on a date with this girl, and then he just somewhat vanished, and then left the girl to pay the bills.
83K.
83K.
Yeah. So
and the girl was just there stranded, venting on social media.
Oh my goodness.
And so of course it started trending.
Have you ever heard of Vex Money before?
83K Vex Money.
And just leave that. Let's go to the
people
news.
People are saying that she's going to cook, she's going to wash plates for 3 months.
Oh, goodness.
Good morning and welcome to this session. Today we're just going to do a workout or a practice that helps us to gain stability, focus, all right? And as we get to the end of the year, it's very important that we keep a focus and achieve those last goals that we so desire. So lifting your hands all the way up, inhaling, and falling forward, exhaling. We're doing the vinyasa first, and then take a halfway lift, hands on your chins, and gently place your hands down. You could modify, drop your knees if you so desire. Come down and up and downward facing dog. So just going to do this 2 more times, walking your feet to your hands, lifting your hands all the way up, inhaling and falling forward, exhaling, taking a halfway lift. Make sure you place your hands on your shins, drop your head, stepping back to high plank and lowering down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Make sure you pull your wrist away from your shoulders. Take 1 deep breath here, in and out, walking your feet to your hands again. Lifting all the way up. This is called the sun salutation. Inhaling, falling forward, exhaling. Taking a halfway lift, inhale, and step back to high plank. Chaturanga, lowering down, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. This is a very good way to warm up and wake up your body. Walking your feet to your hands, falling forward completely. Now bring your knees together, your toes together, sinking your hips down towards your heels, and lifting your hands all the way up. This is a very challenging pose, and this is called chair pose. So we're going to stay here, and we're going to count 10 together, okay? So just inhale, keep your focus. Keep your gaze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right. Halfway lift, stepping back. Lowering down. Taking all the way up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So walking your feet to your hands and lifting your hands all the way up. We're going to do the eagle pose. So you take your right leg and cross it over your left leg, sinking your hips even down. Take your right hand under, lifting your hands all the way. Now squeeze your muscles together. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, and you're doing the same thing on the other side. Inhaling and exhaling. Left leg goes over your right, left hand goes under, lifting your hands all the way up, pulling your belly button towards your spine, squeezing your muscles together. This is the eagle pose. Just imagine yourself soaring high, achieving all your dreams this year, 2018. All right, 2, 1, release. Now lifting your hands all the way up, we're going to do the standing leg raise. So lift this leg, place your right hand inside, extending your hands all the way, looking out. It's a very challenging pose. So you can tip off balance like I just did. This is how to keep your balance. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Inhaling. Doing the same thing on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Lifting your hands all the way up. And bringing your hands to your heart center. Taking a bow. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just inhale, breathe. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Iwo, for that exercise routine this morning. And did you notice she's pregnant, actually?
Yes.
Yeah, so whoever said pregnant women can also exercise, you know, to keep fit and keep the baby fit as well. All right, we're here in the kitchen with Chef Ibiemi of Classic Desserts RNY. Yes, people, and we are about to butter up your taste buds with some yummy looking cupcakes that we're making for you this morning. Yes. So let's talk about the ingredients quickly.
The ingredients, I have my eggs, I have my flour, I have my vanilla flavor, I have my baking powder, and because of time, I have my butter and sugar. I'm creaming it already because of time. Okay. And I have my whipped cream here to top it with, and I have my sprinkles. Oh, okay. To make it catchy and
catchy. Okay, you didn't mention the flour.
Oh, I have my flour.
Yes.
Very important.
All right, so let's get to it. I noticed that when you were cracking the eggs into that mix over there, you put it into a cup. Is there a reason for that?
A very good reason, because not all the eggs are good most times. So it's a very good way for you to know if the egg is spoiled.
So you gotta check it.
Yes.
Great
one
stuff.
after the other.
Okay. So let's. What mix is this? Okay, butter, sugar. That's it, and eggs.
Yes.
Okay. So how long are we going to? Do we need more eggs? Or?
Yes. I need more eggs.
Oh, okay. So we're making lots of cupcakes this morning,
Lots of
cupcakes. That we can have with coffee.
So the egg is good.
Okay.
I'm going to add it here.
So for every single one, we're going to break them one by one.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll keep mixing it with our hand mixer.
Yes.
So what if you don't have a hand mixer?
You can use your wooden spoon, but it will take a very long time. Yes.
Okay. So let's get to it.
Thank you.
All right. All right, the holiday season's around the corner. And kids love sugar. Time to give them some sugar rush.
A lot of it.
Yeah. And then yummy desserts, of course, for the family. You have guests over. Just want to do something really nice. So what consistency are we looking for with our mix? I
want to get to the fluffy level. Very light, fluffy level. And it will double up.
Wow. The way Chef Ibiemi said,
I'm almost there.
Going for lovely.
I can't wait for the cupcakes.
It's okay. All right, so let's just go through the process quickly. Okay, so once that is ready, because we could continue with that when we go on a commercial break, which is happening really soon.
Yes.
No, we'll continue with the mix. Let's
Okay.
Okay, so once that is ready, we'll put in our flour, right?
Yes.
And then what next?
After the flour, I'm going to add my baking powder.
Baking powder, and then...
After the baking powder, the vanilla flavor.
Vanilla flavor.
Then I'll start portioning into my cupcake pan.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put in the oven.
For how many minutes?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, that's pretty short.
Because it's cupcakes, it will come out.
Just come back. What? Amazing stuff happening here in the kitchen, guys. You gotta stay tuned for more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. You know, on Wake Up Nigeria is all about music, and we'll bring you the best kind of music every single day. Here with me right now is Rap Dibia, a.k.a. the Rap Doctor. Yeah, man. All right, so you're going to be giving us some really, really cool stuff right now. We're ready. Are you ready for us?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
It's Chewy on the beat.
Ezokubinto, Okwa the Rap Dibia, high grade, you know. I want my voice to be heard. Take some trees around the head. In my nine but go defense. Yeah, I can't wait on my set. Ezoku being told though for to be the code. And you know I got the cocoa for the streets of Kwadodo. All my dogs are backing, I'm for real, they are biting. I'm a higher hustling. You say I won't be nothing but look at me now. I came to fire one and 80 in a June Kenka, one Okwan KG. Shout out to my some will be feeling me anytime I come back. Yeah, they'll be feeling it. Okay. Okay. Bianwane, Siquiro, Imana Yada Sindo, Anokuma top Maginka Mona rap, Mana Quico, Rabibia, Buflozina Woquiba, Ota Oge Guadiba, Roba Ginger. I had a meal, Mazi, flows everlasting. Any head of Puchemus on Tiana, my trash bin. One of the Marodi, man, I did Rachi, Ibuaria with me. I am out here in Gideon, Madina, surprise, Chingo, Simuzo, one day, Kupungon shot, or the Benapubo, like a this, like a that, Bafuchanuzo, one day, sin street, Putadiro Matujo, okay, so long with a mammy, Rokon with Romanco, okay, you wanna run my race. Man, I'm okay, Bunyeloche. One a couple, Makanwe, Gimpogi Nobe. Lyrically, Adim loaded, via the quote. You can find me in the street. You my Bible. Lyrically, chief priest, don't mess with my title. AK-47, Koba, my bomb, my rifle. So on point, Kaponkwe, Mondia, Dika, high for my knees on the floor. Thank the glory, don't I go him. The way the street, they show me love. Chai, only cause him, cause the fame is coming in the road now. Him, but the way I grind fast, I'm for him as a really boy. Uchem the one if I'm not true. Moganago one day not the Monaro. Never gonna stop cause I grind for my men them. Heroes keep on ember, I swear me no send them. So I call the one now go back and ride. We are from the Amara one there.
It's Joey on the beat.
Man, it's the rap diva right here. I love that flow. It's you know what you're doing is like hardcore.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking to you later on. We're going to be interviewing you and getting to know you better. All right. Really, really good stuff there. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Right now, we're going to be having some entertainment news, and Mike Mezicano is on standby for us. Hey, Mike.
Thank you very much, Yomi. Let's get straight to it. There's quite a lot going on the entertainment scene, but we'll start off on, well, not so a very great note, but I have to, of course, welcome my guest in the house, Damilola. Damilola in the house.
I was thinking you were going to say that name, and I was like,
really? No, Dami, it's great to have you. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
You're welcome. So let's get straight to it. On a sad note, the burial plans
for Tosin Bokno
have been released to the public.
Today and tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. So there's going to be the funeral service tomorrow in church, and there's also going to be like a service of song today. And a lot of celebrities are going to be there. And according to what the family, what they're saying that it's just tease for today, something simple, but for tomorrow it's just going to be for immediate family members.
Immediate family members. Okay, but then has there been any official autopsy report on exactly what happened?
No official report here, but her sister said it was from sickle cell. Okay. And the thing is, she has struggled with that for a while yeah, since childhood. And one thing I would really love to talk about is her life. Rather than the fact that she died, I feel she lived a good life. She lived a great life. She did. She actually, all the hurdles of life from school, she studied law in University of Lagos. Then she graduated. She went to law school. Then she started a media career. She started off with TA at Echo FM. Then she interned with Cool FM. Yeah. She had her own show. Then the icing on the cake for me was the fact that she had a morning show to herself. And she was actually like the top morning host in Lagos. And she was struggling with the likes of them, and she was getting good ratings. She was the only woman holding the morning belt. And the morning belt is one belt that is very, very crucial. You wouldn't just handle it if you were not good enough. So she did a whole lot.
She did. Kudos. I think it's about remembering the good times and remembering her life.
She was the voice of Lagos, area mama.
Area mama. All right. Okay, moving on from that, talking about the voice of Lagos. This voice that is in Lagos now, at this particular point in time, is the voice that many people don't want to hear. The voice of Black China.
Hey!
And Densia. And that really, for me, I don't know. Influencing has gone to a whole
another level.
We had Coupe Boys the last time.
Do you know, my friend was telling me that the funny thing about Coupe Boys is we're not hearing about the person that sang Coupe. We're hearing about the dancers. Like, what talent do these guys have? They just have hot body and they come in and they oppress a lot of Nigerian guys. How?
You reposted that video, didn't you repost it?
No.
You liked it, at least.
Yeah,
so
like
you helped, you crossed it. So, but then Black China is in Nigeria and she has already gotten into a number of altercations. There's so much controversy about her visit to Nigeria. She's fighting. She's really rude.
We all know Chai is like ratchetty.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of people should have expected that for her coming to Nigeria. You can't, the only time you get to hear about Black China is when it's the Kardashians. I'm very sorry. I don't know how a lot of people would take that. From when she was with Rob Kardashian, she was everywhere. Then recently they had this battle about alimony or something. Or I can't remember. Because of the Dream. And now she's in Nigeria. First off, before she even came to Nigeria, there was controversy from Burna Boy actually releasing a video saying she's coming to sell bleaching cream. Then Densia actually attacking.
Yes, if there was no market for her, would she come to launch a bleaching cream product? We created the market.
Exactly. I agree with you.
I don't feel she doesn't have any part. If there was no market here, she won't be here for that.
Well, the high point was seeing her picture with Bobrisky. And it was trending. And I was like...
The rest of my house will be, they don't mention that name.
Oh, the one we should not be named, Lord Voldemort.
Okay, but then she came in with Densia and reportedly paid over 10 million naira for disappearance and all of that. And that's just what influencing is these days. That's exactly what it is.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound like a moralist. I feel like a lot of things should be doing, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In as much as we want to be moralists, the entertainment sector has to thrive to one way or the other. And I know that Densia actually, she's strategic about her marketing. She knows why she chose Nigeria and she knows why she chose Black China. Exactly. And the good thing is Black China actually has her own company, lashed by China. Okay. But the truth is, what really made her company not that in her face was Kylie Cosmetics. There was one time they were having this issue back and forth, herself and Kylie, before they became family members.
And Kylie has left her. Kylie is about one of the
last time I went on
her
page, I just went like, the last time she posted was probably last year or March or something. I'm like, China, you really had it going with your lash. She had her lip line. She even had her beauty line from creams and the rest. She had it. So herself working with Densia, it's not a new thing. I feel it's something that their partnership would actually thrive. But choosing Nigeria just feels like they come here to just dump everything.
All right. Okay, moving on from that, Flavour is in the news, and for good reasons. He... Okay, now, yes. Now, the news just broke that he had a child, but reportedly, this was some months earlier.
Yeah, true.
When Sandra Kagwe gave birth to this child,
now,
which the news is breaking just now.
Exactly. Now, the thing is, a lot of people online, they're saying they are married. The news online is Flavour's wife, Sandra, not baby mama anymore.
Okay.
So the thing is, they got married secretly. We didn't know about it, if that is true.
Okay.
And the child...
So we're not sure yet.
We're not sure yet. We are yet to confirm that. And now the child, the son, is actually coming in the news. And it's not yesterday's giving birth, according to the pictures. The child looks like the child was giving birth probably 3 months or 4 months back. Ago. So the good thing about this is the way Nigerian celebrities tend to keep their private life private, from Banky W to Banky W and Adesua, Shewereni Sheolua, to Ibrahim Suleiman and Linda.
Yeah.
And now Flavour and Sandra, if it is true that they are married. But congratulations to him anyway. Okay. You should stop being hot. What's that?
All right, but then social media is also buzzing as former baby housemate Nina, her account was hacked. And the issue is not her account being hacked. The issue is the revelations that have come up after. Just share a bit of that with us very fast.
Okay, the revelation, a lot of revelations out there. Herself and Ike Ogbonna sending pictures to themselves back and forth. And this is like
nudes, not pictures.
Well, okay. Now this is a confirmation of why his wife left. One of the reasons.
Who said that? Okay, but Okay, all right.
Okay,
let's just take it. And then Rita Dominic's number that was released.
And the good thing is she's having fun with it. I saw it on Bella Naija this morning saying that she has been added to 1,000 groups on WhatsApp. And
wow.
The way she's taking it, I didn't expect Rita Dominic to take it that way. I felt probably she would block her number or something. But
I mean, it depends on who has the number.
Exactly.
I
feel it's so cool.
Had a number prior to this
because there was a joke on WhatsApp online where a girl said she told her mom, "Mommy, I have Rita Dominic's number," and her mom is and said, "Myself and Rita Dominic were in the same WhatsApp group."
Okay, thank you very much, Dami. It was good having you on the show, and that's all we can take on entertainment news this morning. We'll take a break. There's a whole lot more on the show coming right up.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and of course we're here in the kitchen with Chef Ibiemi of Classic Desserts, R&Y. Okay, so we are making yummy cupcakes, some deliciously yummy cupcakes.
Yes.
And we've gone halfway with our cupcakes. So where are we at right now? Let's go through the process once again for the benefit of those who's joining us.
What I have here now is my butter, my sugar, and my eggs. Okay. So I'm going to start adding my sieved flour and baking powder.
Okay. And some of the ingredients that we're working with this morning, we have vanilla flavor, we have baking soda, powder, baking powder.
Yes, baking powder.
Yeah. Flour, butter, sugar, and eggs. Great. Okay, so let's get to it. So I noticed that you sieved the flour earlier on.
Because lumps.
Okay.
And at times when you have old flours, you get to see some black things
in it.
So
okay.
We have to.
So basically, it's just to get out the dirt.
Yes.
Okay. So I know the whipped cream is in the fridge right now. Is there a reason you're keeping it in the fridge?
I want it to firm up better than when I whipped it.
Okay.
Because if it's just here,
it's going to melt.
Yes, the stability will
drop. Okay. You need help?
Not really.
Okay. You know, Chef, be easy.
Yes, we are done.
And there's a lot of butter. You're making a lot of butter.
And a lot of flour too.
Okay.
And a lot of eggs.
No, but compared to the butter, compared to the flour, the butter is more than the flour.
No.
You don't think so?
It's the same quantity.
Oh, okay. Well, you know better, don't mind me. It's just what I see. So keep folding all of that in.
Yes.
Yeah. Till
they are all mixed properly together.
Okay. So to replace sugar, can you use honey? Just thinking aloud.
Yes, there is actually a recipe for honey cakes.
Honey cakes?
Yes, okay. And there is one, instead of using honey, you can use, there is a product that those that doesn't want to take any sugar at all use it. It's, there's a brand name for it, but I don't want to mention it on it.
Oh, okay.
Before you say I'm doing free advert for somebody.
Yeah, please don't mention it. Thank you very much. Okay. So this is one recipe, guys, you need to look out for because the holiday season is around the corner.
And it's very easy.
And it's very easy, really easy.
Your 5 years old boy or girl can easily do it.
Yeah, and I mean, you could also bake, it doesn't really have to be cupcakes. I mean, same process, but, you know, it can still come as a cake. It's a cake, basically. It depends on how. All right. So at what point do we put in,
I'm going to add my flavor.
Okay. Because this season, everyone's always looking for different recipes. I need to spice up, you know, the kitchen. I need to impress my guests. In-laws going to be coming over.
And you need to impress Oga.
I need to impress Oga. Definitely.
So that your Christmas
will be...
money will go up.
Right. You know, those things that you've been asking for. Like the same way to man's heart is true. Just tell me.
By the time you give Oga some yummy treats, Oga will just, you know, all those prices would have gone up.
So at what point are we putting the baking powder?
I've added that. So this is the mini one.
Oh, so you don't need this at all?
Yes.
Okay, great stuff. So we're just going to toss this into our cupcakes paper, yeah? And put it in the oven for 10 minutes, guys. This recipe is so easy to make. I hope you've, put it down and you're going to make it this weekend. All right, so we're moving over to some etiquettes with Janet Adetu and Titi.
Hi. All right, so has been, well, and the chef have been making our taste buds tingle, and I can't wait to see what the finished product is going to be. But Janet Adetu is back. It's always good to have you.
Of course, thank you.
And today we're talking socks.
Socks.
I didn't know there was so much to do when it comes to socks.
Socks, absolutely. Socks are really important. A lot of people say, it's too hot. Why should I wear socks? Well, the first thing you need to remember is that you need to wear socks to absorb the sweat in your shoes because of bacteria, But of course, we're in a hot climate. There are times when you wear socks and you don't wear socks. I have to say, don't wear socks when you're wearing formal outfits, all right? Don't wear socks when you're wearing casual outfits or you're wearing sandals, all right? Okay, but wear socks always with your corporate wears. But we've got a whole range of socks here. We're starting off with sports socks. Sports socks are usually white or bright colors like this, but they're always long. That's how you know sports socks. They're always long and, white or different colors, as the case may be. They're sports socks, right? Then we have socks for corporate wear. They usually come in black, navy blue, gray, or even brown at times, all right? And when it comes to corporate socks, you want to make sure that you're wearing your socks to match the color of your trousers. So if you're wearing black trousers, you will wear black socks. And the same goes for brown trousers as well, because of the transitioning of colors. Then we have casual socks. Now, casual socks, I think right now this is the trend. People are wearing polka dots, stripes, multicolored. I even understand some men wear socks to match the color of their ties. Now, we have a whole range of socks here that come in different colors. I know it's fashion and it's trendy, but my dear gentlemen out there, be mindful of where you wear these type of socks if you have a very important meeting. People will be looking at your socks and they won't take you seriously. So if you're going for a formal meeting, go corporate all the way. If you're going casual, why not? You can express, your creativity and your fashion style. Let's talk about length now. When it comes to the length of socks, these are sports socks. So, I mean, being pink, I would say don't wear these at all. So let's look at the corporate colors. Now, the ideal length of a sock is knee length, half calf.
Half calf.
Half calf is
halfway between your ankle
and your ankle. That's half calf. This is the ideal corporate sock. It is half calf.
I have one to show here.
Yes, and you have to wear it exactly how you have worn it, like that.
So if you can get this shot right now, you'll see where the sock is ending.
Absolutely.
It's halfway from my ankle to my knee. So you need to pan a little bit higher so that they can see the length.
What you don't want is to wear socks as short as this. So if you look at your right foot, we don't want you to wear socks that will barely cover, the sole of your feet. They are too short. They are more casual socks. But talking about socks like that, Titi, women can wear socks like that under pumps, not in court shoes, under your pumps to absorb the sweat from, the shoe itself.
This is what they call ankle-less, I guess.
Yes, they're ankle-less. It's just basically to cover the sole of your feet.
Or foot covers.
Foot covers, basically. But talking about socks as well, gentlemen, there are different types of corporate socks. We have the very soft, silky type of sock, which is this one. It's a nylon type. It's nice. It's soft. It is not thick. In case you're worried about heat, this is ideal for corporate as well. Or you can also do the woolen ones, And this is also ideal as well. Talking about socks itself, a lot of gentlemen tend to throw their socks on the floor when they get back from work, or they stuff them inside shoes like this.
Like this. Please, do not do this.
Stuff them inside shoes. All right? And it means that because we're saying this, times will come where you find 20 pairs of socks in your house and they're all one-legged. It means you need to take care of your socks very well. And I say this is the ideal way to take care of your socks. When you want to wash your socks, make sure that you have both pair together before you wash them. And the ideal way is once you've washed them, you put the two together like this. I would say fold it very well.
And tuck it.
Tuck them in and store your socks this way. Now, some people are here try to have it like this,
like
one
this.
sock inside another.
So one sock here at the top.
Or I understand some people, show it to us, some people actually tie their socks.
Yes, so I had a boyfriend once that used to do it like this. And I used to wonder, like, I don't understand why you're tying your socks in a knot. So he would do this. And I was like, what is that? I don't understand what's going on.
No.
But is this wrong? Is this wrong?
Yes, it is. Because you need to have a small place where you keep all your socks together. And ideally, keep the two socks tightly tucked in together. Make sure that the socks before washing are a pair. After washing, they're a pair as well. Want to make sure that whenever you are keeping your socks, you keep them in an aired place. Once you've worn socks, don't think you can wear them the second time. Okay. You really have to wash them because they have absorbed sweat. Okay. Then again, when you're keeping two socks together, be mindful, even though these two are black, they are two separate socks, and you need to make sure that before you wear your socks, gentlemen, that the two are together.
The same.
And that really goes, especially if you're looking at striped socks. These are striped, but they're two different socks. You may have worn them before you realize that they are two separate socks. Okay. It's really important to take care of your socks at all times.
There was another bad sock habit I knew about.
Okay.
So it was just so silly. So he used to just...
Ouch!
Do that. Clean his shoes with his socks, and I used to freak out.
And then he would wear them again.
Yes, he would wear the socks again.
No. Absolutely not.
To the end of the segment.
Being sock savvy.
Hopefully, yes.
Wear the right colors with the right outfit.
I've learned something new, but that brings us to the end of the first half of Wake Up Nigeria. We continue in a bit. It's great to know that you're still right there. You're still tuned in. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, we have a lot more in store for you on the show. The second half of the trip was nice.
Oh,
Tip of the iceberg. It was good. The first half. Now the second half is here. There's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Now we're online. If you need to be on the move, please stream with us. tvcontinental.tv is the website, and of course Facebook at TVC Connect. Please ensure your comments have our hashtag in there, Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, so today we discuss parenting, and Taiwo Akinlami is back with us. He's going to be giving us hints of how to safeguard our children from sexual abuse. Really, really important.
Yes, indeed. Then we also have news for you from the world of our celebrities, and of course, we'll be hitting social media.
Rap Dibia is going to be joining us on the couch for a chat.
Yeah, there's a package that we've been looking forward to about the saxophonists who are apparently, you know, get addicted to that feeling, you know, of using
So that's the saxophonists themselves, or...
Yeah, so I believe the package is more about, you know, how they've begun to really fall in love with the instrument. You know,
getting addicted to saxophone.
I wanted to play a saxophone when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I just thought you...
It just felt very stressful for me, like holding that huge metal object and, you know, blowing like their cheeks. Like,
but then it was flute. I knew in my school you had to learn a musical instrument. And I think it's cool because when, as kids, you let them explore, maybe, you know, computer, music, they should try something. They might just pick up something that they are exceptional at. You know, there are some things that will come easier to them. I think so that rather than trying to, you know, let them follow, maybe I'm a lawyer, they have to read law, they have to just let them, you know, spread out stuff to them, explore, and then they're just something that they might pick exceptionally.
And become really good at
creativity as well.
One
of my kids of recent just started, every evening she wants to just get dressed. She says, I'm getting dressed tonight, mommy. And she goes to the cupboard, she brings out skirts, dresses. She says she wants to wear them.
I think all kids do
initially, but the other one just doesn't give a, you know. But interestingly, she matches things so well that, you know, I'm thinking, maybe I should encourage it.
Yeah, you need to harness those potentials. She's going to make a good stylist.
Hopefully, by God's grace.
Welcome back. Saxophones. We're talking about saxophones this morning.
Yes,
indeed. And very interesting musical instrument.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Now, there's a feature put together by Abimbola Ashigbe. Now, it sheds a lot more light on how saxophonists devote themselves to those instruments.
Let's take a look.
The saxophone, a musical instrument recognizable at first glance. With its numerous buttons, it could come off to some as a contraption until you meet someone who loves it deeply. Someone like Olu Jazz. The saxophone has been his lifelong dream, one that he is now living. When he plays, he wants his music to touch souls, but it must first touch him, and it touches him so deeply that you can see it on his face. His passion, you can reach out and feel it. At least, the saxophone feels it from the movement of his hands. What's the shout? Now he is passing on his knowledge about the saxophone to many others, doing his bit to build a large community of Nigerians who can play the saxophone at global level.
Thank you.
Ojo Boluwatife is learning keenly from Olu Jazz. He doesn't seem like he'll stop anytime soon.
The saxophone looks complicated, and I would say it's complicated because I've learned to understand that you can't actually learn saxophone by yourself. You need to get someone that will put you through. So you have to be ready to pay for it and learn and acquire knowledge if it has to be by paying. It's not possible to play the saxophone when your eyes are tied because it deals with the keys and you have to press the button.
But it's not enough to just love playing the saxophone. It must be cared for like an egg. Saxophone repairer and engineer Isiaka Oluwaseun knows this only too well.
The sax is something that's a very fragile instrument that you can't drop it anyhow. It's like your girlfriend. When you buy sax, you've never get girlfriend, you can still use the sax as a girlfriend. That you can't drop the sax anyhow. It's like egg. So when you take care of the sax will live long. You use it anywhere you have. If you want to get performance now, you can still answer you. But when you are too rough, you can disappoint you at any time. Saxophone is like, it's very special. It's unique. That somebody that can see is lovely. The sound is where you can play anywhere you are. No matter where you are playing, people will look around who is playing.
All right, fantastic. The love of the saxophone there. Now, with the recent publicity on sexual abuse allegations all around town, all around the country, even all around the world, it's time for us to talk about the things that parents can do to reduce the risk of their children being assaulted. Now, Taiwo Akinlami is back with us this morning to talk to parents about how they can protect their children. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on the success of the Safe for Me conference that held
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being present there.
Yeah. So now, one of the biggest fear of parents is that their kids, either male or female, would be assaulted. Are these fears unfounded, or should we be afraid?
Well, I don't think we should be afraid because the protection of our children is possible, no matter how rampant sexual abuse is. The truth of the matter is that sexual abuse is very rampant these days. The report on violence against children says 1 out of every 6 girls suffer, sexual abuse. 1 out of every 10 of boys. So you find that, so if you have, so it's rampant. Yeah. But there's nothing to be afraid about because the people who abuse children are strategic. And so if you have superior strategy, there's no reason why we should not be able to, be ahead of them. The time they get to abuse children is when we let off our guards and we allow them to have their way. Now, the report has also found that people who abuse children are not strangers. 90%, 80% of the time, there are people that the children know, that the children trust. Most of the time, there are people that the children are handed over to look after. For example, I lost my virginity at the age of 6. That's the year I started primary school. And I was not sexually molested by a stranger. I was molested by a woman who my mother left me with when I returned from school. She was supposed to be a secondary caregiver. She was a neighbor. But you see, from my story, my mother made certain fundamental mistakes, which many parents are still making today.
So talk to us about, we don't have much time this morning, but hopefully maybe we'll continue next week. But talk to us about some of these strategies. You were talking about fundamental mistakes that your mother made.
Yes, the number one mistake that my mother made was that my mother never discussed with me about my sexuality. My mother never told me that if anybody made sexual advances to me, I could report to her. My mother also taught that...
But you were 6 years old.
Yes, I was 6 years old. You should start talking to a child. People have recommended that you start talking to a child from 18 months about our sexuality, his or her sexuality, beginning from names of understanding parts of the body, which are critical. But the mistake there again is that when we tell children that there's somewhere called private part, public part, as far as I'm concerned, every part of the child is private. Because you see, the fundamental thing is that nobody has the right to make any advance to a child without the consent of the parent. And when it comes to sexual advances, a child does not have capacity to give consent. So the child cannot give what he or she does not have.
So now, even any kind of touching, so it's not like...
No, because this is the point. When you tell a child that the private part is the penis and the vagina and all of that, but the person who wants to abuse a child sometimes do groom the child, profiles the child and groom the child. It might not start from the vagina, it might start with the hand, start from the head. So we talk about necessary touch and unnecessary touch. This touch, is it necessary? Now, children go on holidays, 6 months, 6 weeks, their teachers have not seen them. So a female teacher sees a male boy, a male student, a male teacher sees a female student. Now, when you see the child, you come across and you hug. Now, because hugging has a meaning, because you've not seen the child for a long time, you must have missed the child. And the child is well grown, you give the child side hug. But when you hug every day, particularly as a secondary caregiver, parents are encouraged to hug their children. But particularly as a secondary caregiver, particularly older children, you have to be careful how you hug, how you get close, the kind of jokes you crack with them, the way you come across, the kind of things you tell them. Because you see, there are 4 things that the abusers do. 4. And parents need to understand that the first thing the abuser do is to profile. The abuser looks at the child that looks quiet, the child that is not likely to talk. After profiling, the abuser begins to groom. What is grooming? It is to get the child to be comfortable with the abuse and abuser. So it starts things like my wife, my husband, and all of those things. If a pedophile, an abuser told the child, from age 8, you are my husband, you are my wife, I'm your husband. Whatever husband and wife do, they do in secret. So this thing that I'm doing, don't tell anybody. And he did that successfully for 4 years, sexually molesting this child. The third thing the abuser does is the abuser now attacks. Abuser does not attack without first profiling, without first grooming, and at the end of the day, the abuser attacks. And the last thing the abuser does, the abuser manipulates. Manipulate through threat or manipulate through subtleness, telling the child, don't worry, I will take care of you, don't tell anybody. Or the abuser comes out straight. You tell anybody, I'll kill you, I'll kill myself, I'll kill your mother. Now, children need to understand that they have to speak up. One, parents must protect their children against abuse. For older children who are abused or for whatever, who are threatened, they must learn to speak up. So whether you are a child or you are a young you are a teenager, one thing you cannot afford to do is to keep quiet.
What do
you must speak up.
What do we tell our children then? In this area, I like this idea of getting them to speak up.
Yes.
How do we encourage the child to speak up, and what are the things that we should tell the child to look out for?
Okay, number one, the child should look out for unnecessary touch. Number two, the child should look out for grooming in terms of touching, in terms of words, my husband, my wife, and all of those things. Children should understand that you cannot run around for an adult who is not your parent without the consent of your parents. Now, so your parents need to know where you are per time. And if a neighbor is calling you to say, come run around for me, come inside, you need to tell the neighbor that, please take permission from my parent. Parents also need to understand that a child is under the care of certain individual, and this certain individual must ensure that they are able to account for where the child is per time. And not only that, now when it comes to speaking up, we found cases. Just last Saturday, we were in a matter where a father has been accused of sexually molesting the daughter. Fathers are now abusing their children, and that's becoming rampant. Now we have a case of a 12-year-old being sexually molested by her dad, and she's in a boarding school, and she went to tell them in boarding school, what can I tell my parents that I'm not going home, because the mom is aware. So what we need to do, therefore, is that children need to speak up. Now, when you if your dad is sexually molesting, you talk to your mom. If your mom does not listen, you talk to your teacher. Your teacher does not listen to you, talk to your religious leader. Just keep talking until somebody hears you. Silence is not an option, and nothing is going to happen to you if you speak up. For example, if you're in Lagos State, the Lagos State government is committed and dedicated to ensuring that every child that speaks up is protected. There's the alternative care, there's medical care, there's psychosocial support. All of those things are available. There's no reason why our children must keep quiet. They must speak up against this scourge, because the impact of sexual abuse is eternal except there's divine intervention. Time will fail me to tell you my story of what happened to me, what I became as a teenager. I've gone into anal sex as a teenager. Today's parents call it homosexuality. As a teenager, I've taken my father's neighbor's daughter into my father's bedroom. I molested her sexually. When I became an adult, I was anything other than scared. Prostitute on the road, prostitute on the street, prostitute anywhere. My life was just masturbation. If I felt like masturbating, I could go on the road and masturbate. My life did not take a new turn until I was 1997, when I gave my life to Christ. And that was the beginning of transformation in my life. I'm work in progress, and that's why I'm passionate about things, because passionate about this thing, because I know the impact of this kind of exposure. And my abuse was avoidable, like every other abuse, because it is possible for us to protect our children from all forms of abuse if we pay attention and we are aware of what is going on.
Wow, thank you so much, Taiwo Akinlami. We'll have to end this conversation right now, but hopefully it'll continue on social media, and then we can also try to get you on the show at some other time to expand on some of these very, very important topics. But don't be quiet. Really, really important. That's one of the things that we learned today. We have to take a break now, and of course, when we come back, there's more on Wake Up Nigeria.
$83K has been trending online for the past day, maybe a day or two, and for a number of reasons. Now, I had to go check out the exact tweet, that $83K, the exact tweet, and this is what it says. Now, the handle is at Brown Candy X, and the handle says, I just got dished by my date, and the bill came in as $83K. Please, can someone come and get me out of here? It's too early in the week for this. So this was 15 hours ago, so this was yesterday, right? Okay, and then probably a she, as the handle and the AVI suggests, says, phone about to be seized. Now, this is the question. It was retweeted over almost 5,000 times, liked over 9,000 times, and replies over 2,400. But now the question is this. It is not clear from this tweet that she ate $83K alone, because she says my date. That means that she went with somebody. I don't know. I'm just trying to form detective here. She says my date. So that means that they had got out together. I don't know if she ate it with the guy. MM has been smiling since I know a lot of replies have coming from this. But let me put it out there to you. You can also send replies and hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. What would you do if your date, the date you went out with, ate food worth $83K? What would you do? All right, let me know. Get your replies in, and I think the best, or maybe the funniest replies, you get tickets from us. All right, so let me know. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria, and I'll search the hashtag and get your comments. So, MM, what would you do if your date spent $83K? on a meal?
Right, Mike, this is so hilarious. Okay, from life, I have learned that as a woman or as a lady, girl, you gotta go out with your vex money. Have your vex money on any date. But 83K, girl, what did you people eat? What, like a live cow or something? Like, I mean, come on, that's too much.
I know you're smiling, but the question is, what kind of restaurant did you go to, first of all, that will sell food that is 83K in one plate or 2 plates? Where did you go to? What did you eat? My director is saying that you did eat octopus or something. But really, 83K in some restaurants, you will not even get a plate of food. So don't even go, Abi, Yomi, isn't it? Isn't that true? There's some places you go to, 83K will not give you enough up to a plate.
It really depends on the restaurant.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's some places you will go to, 83K will not give you a plate of food.
All those restaurants that the animal will still be alive in the plate.
Okay. But I think the general rule for me is I look at the menu. See, I'm looking at the prices too. Anything I know I can't afford to pay for, I'm not buying it. That's just a personal rule. You know, just because you found this fine boy, you know, you want to order the lobster. Hello?
It's long truths.
Hello?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. I mean, some of the comments on social media about this 83K.
Extremely hilarious.
They're hilarious.
Extremely.
Crazy comments.
Okay, I don't want to take those ones. I want to take your own so that we can choose some comments here and get them tickets. So get a comment in. Remember, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria, and I'll read out your comments, and then we'll get this something. So what would you do if you went out with somebody and that person spent
and they ate 83K?
Okay, so but guys, actually, but what would you do? Say you went out with somebody and you said, okay, I want to take out on the date, and the person took 83K, and you're still there. What would you do? What would you actually do?
Okay, first of all,
at your level now.
First of all, the first thing that's going to come to my mind is I'm just going to leave my phone and then get ready to maybe strike some sort of deal with the manager where I am working for them to make up for that 83K. Because really, you can't. What would you do, especially if you don't have that kind of money in your accounts? What do you do?
It's crazy.
So what would you do, You take off or you stay?
Where will you take off to? That's when you see all the security guards from God knows where. They'll just come and stand by. Okay. There's more money. First of all, I'll empty my accounts. If I don't have that kind of money,
it's very simple.
I'm going to leave my phone. And then, I don't know.
It's very simple, Just take off that Brazilian hair you're wearing and just give them.
Just give them your Brazilian hair.
Just give them your Brazilian hair.
You're good to go.
Because before you can eat up to 83K, you must have Brazilian hair on your head. Why now?
Yomi, what would you do? What would you do? You take out a date and the date spends 83K.
If I took somebody out and they ate 83K, that person better be my wife.
Wow.
So that because she also knows that their expenses are home, so whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. So I've got Dibia also,
yes,
and we'll also talk about 83K also. Dibia the rabbi. Okay, can you just move back a bit so that they can see the screen also?
Okay.
And all that. So. But yeah, Yomi, you're running up. You said it has to be your wife.
Yeah, because she understands what's at home now.
Yeah, the responsibility.
She knows what's waiting for us at home. So whatever we're eating now, we're splitting that cost.
Okay, so Dibia, what would you do? You take out someone on a date and the person spends 83K or eats up to 83K. What would you do?
Like the other one said, it has to be my wife.
Are you married? Are you married? So you don't have a wife now yet. What would you do if you take out a friend on a date? You don't have a friend and the friend eats 83K. What would you do?
The guy bounced
The way he's laughing. You've already decided what you would do. What would you do? What would you do?
Well, I don't know. 3K, man. Yeah.
I want to hear an answer. What would you do? You go to the restaurant.
Yes.
83K. What would you do? What would you actually do? What would you actually do?
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
You pay for it? Yeah. That's what. This is a good man here. You know what I mean? You see that? Titi, guys say, you pay for it.
Yeah.
You pay for it.
Yes.
Ralph Dibia is a celebrity.
Yes, celebrity.
They make money by the minute.
Yeah, but you know, but badass babes like me will just pay for it and then catch the guy later.
Okay, so you pay for it, right? Would you pay for it?
Well, if I have the money, I'll definitely pay for it because it's going to be a very embarrassing situation.
For me, first of all, how did I carry you to a restaurant that food is a 3K? as you are eating the food, Seth, I will just hold you down. I won't be there. Did I go? If I went out and ate 83K, I won't come back. But if I'm there with you and you started it, didn't it start from maybe 10K, 20K? You were just eating, and I'll be looking at you. You have not started. You haven't started. Okay, but then Dibia, that's a wonderful name, by the way. Why did you choose that name, Dibia?
No.
What does it mean, first of all?
It means a herbalist.
Hey, Dibia, that's in Igbo, right?
Yeah.
Herbalist. So why did you choose that name?
Because I see like, well, how the name came is when we are in the studio vibing to a beat.
Okay.
That a producer made.
Okay.
He was like, let's see how it goes. So I jumped on the beat. And they were like, wow, you cured the beat. You cured the sick beat, you know.
Okay.
So that word, sick beat, inspired me. So
okay. All right.
I chose that name.
And how long ago was this?
It was 2014.
Okay.
That's when I chose the name Rap Dibia as my stage name. Before I was using Pledge. Then I was just rapping.
Okay.
I wasn't going indigenous.
Okay.
When I started rapping indigenous, then I said Rap Dibia.
All right, good. All right, great one. So do you have a body of work out there, an album or something?
No, I'm working on an...
Okay, working on something quite soon.
Yeah, an EP.
All right. Okay, so we'll get to the kitchen soon, but then I have one response here at Maisie_Chi says, if my date spent 83K on a date, I'm going home with the tablecloth, cutlery, and table napkins because they are mine now. Okay, you have two tickets to go see a movie in the cinema. That's for you. And at Chinzy Poet says, I will pretend to go and pay the bills and dash out. No turning back. No turning back. Good. I'd rather ask to see the restaurant manager and offer myself for a free service for the rest of the week. 3 of you have 2 tickets each to go see any movie of your choice in the Genesis Cinema. Thank you for your responses. I love them. I love them. But then let's head over to somewhere where you're probably not going to pick the napkins. And I don't know if those cakes we can make a cake up to 83K, but if those ones are that much. Hi guys, let's see. Do we have a cake there that's up to 83K or something?
Well, we're still talking about it here in the kitchen ourselves.
I mean, it's trending. It's what everybody's talking about on the internet. This
83K. Unfortunately, these cakes are not 83K.
No.
They're not.
But they look
like... They look very nice.
Like 83K carrot
kind of cakes,
gold.
Right? Chef Ibiemi calls them yummy cupcakes.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, you want to quickly tell us how
that name Yomi isn't patented yet. So
yeah, wow.
I have the copyright for the name.
Seriously?
Wow. I don't understand.
Yes, that's his name.
Okay.
Hi, Rap Dibia.
Yummy cakes.
All right, well,
come this way, yo. Take a seat.
Rap Dibia. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
So this Chef Ibiemi, and she's made these yummy cupcakes.
Yep.
And quickly, you want to tell us how you came about this?
As I said earlier, we all have the flour, the butter, the sugar, the egg, the flavor, and everything. Then the whipped cream and the sprinkles. That's making it look yummy.
So this is whipped cream?
Yes, yes.
It's like having cake and ice cream.
Yes, exactly.
Very nice.
So,
Thank
Rap
you.
Dibia.
Yeah. Go ahead and taste and tell us what you think.
Or you can try these other ones if this is a bit too...
Yes, indeed. What? You can go ahead. Try the plain one or the one with the icing.
And while that is going on, we want to say our goodbyes this morning. Thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, as usual, on the show.
And, of course, a big shout-out to Fola at Fola's Place for the hairstyling. We appreciate you. And everyone else has been on the show today. Much love. We'll be back
well done,
tomorrow.
Chef Ibiemi.
Still hard at work, I see.
Yes, indeed. And we still have some cakes in the oven, so hurry here if you can get here before 9 o'clock.
You ask for Yomi at the gates, please. It's all about you, people.
Have a great
We're going to
day.
be back tomorrow.
All right, see you.
Bye.